This video is brought to you by Misty Mountain Gaming. Misty Mountain Gaming offers premium tabletop role-playing game products and accessories to last a lifetime. Join us and let the journey begin at www.mistymountaingaming.com. Misty Mountain Gaming, where dice are life. So, you can't run forever. This is the type of film that truly scares me. You know, you got horror films and stuff out there, but no, a guy who's lost it and has a gun in the woods, that's scary. Now, Michelle, you also wrote the film with Carolyn Carpenter, who you've written with before. Where did the germ of this film, this idea come from? Did Carolyn bring it to you? Did you bring it to Carolyn? Where did the film come from?
My brother Randall, who produced the film, we were talking during the COVID years about how just crazy people have become, right? Like just everyone got crazy during COVID. And what would happen if if someone just snapped, just lost it, what would that look like? And how scary would that be? And I love that you said how scary, because there's nothing more scary than someone who's willing to do anything for no reason at all, and they don't care the consequences. So yeah, I thought it was terrifying too. What would you do? You can't talk your way out of that one. Yeah. And then Carol and I just took it and just went with it.
Yeah, no, I to be just a little bit of a back. I've been watching a lot of murder shows lately, especially Criminal Minds. So seeing somebody like Wade's, go through and just kill people. And I say it this way because it's just, there's no talking. There's just guns and then bullets and then death. And then on top of that, most of it takes place in the woods, which I'll tell you the truth, I don't like.
He hates the woods.
I don't like it. So this film moves right up my list on horror films, because not only is it in the woods, which I hate, but also this character that you guys have created here is literally anybody in my neighborhood could be doing this.
Yeah. Actually, the working title when they were conceiving it and writing it was The Woods. Yeah. Which you would have hated even more.
Yeah, right. I'd be like, nope.
Yeah, he wouldn't have even watched it then. So it's good you changed the title.
Yeah.
Well, that was why. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, JK, your character, Wade, he is just, it seems like to me, like from what we see in the film, that it was like he hit his last straw and just was like, that's it, I'm done. And as we see him go through this, yeah, he snapped, but he seems to really be enjoying it. And like the moments when things change, like when, of course, Miranda fights back or something like that, he almost looks offended. Like, wait a second, you're ruining my fun. So playing a character like this, like there's gotta be a little fun in getting that dark without any, it's almost like he has no repercussions for himself.
Right. Yeah. And nor did I. As an actor, I mean, that's the beauty of being able to play this kind of character, as you said. Yeah, I mean, he's this, again, don't want to give away spoilers because there's some really fascinating sort of nonlinear storytelling here, but he's obviously a psychopath, always has been, sort of kept it under control, and he's this wannabe alpha who then blossoms into this terrifying shark. And it was a great thing to sort of exercise my own horrible, violent demons on a daily basis, and ultimately to contribute to a movie that's not only a scary thriller in the woods, but a great story of the power of love and the human spirit, and for Isabella Naya's character, overcoming her own anxiety and trauma, and some of the things that, again, going back to Michelle's idea of the germ of where this came from was helping putting something out there that addresses some of the difficulties that young people particularly are going through, people who were coming of age during the COVID shut-in years.
Yeah, it's a lot of that stuff comes through the film like really well, and it was something that, because I don't personally suffer from anxiety, but me and Andrew know people that do, and it's I think it's something we've really seen in a lot of media lately, is people starting to realize maybe we should need to really talk about this a lot more and showcase it. in different projects. And I'm just wondering though, because as you mentioned, JK, your character, he's super violent. He gets all these urges out, but you're also like a very busy actor, right? Like you act a lot, like you have over 200 plus credits. So Michelle, was this just like another sneaky way just to like to hang out with them? Get some time, get some time.
You nailed it right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. That was it. That was the only reason I did this movie. I'm like, what does my husband look like anymore? I don't know what he looks like. I have to go see a movie to see what my husband looks like. No, yeah. I mean, I actually see him a lot,
Yeah.
but
We try to spend a lot of time in the same time zone, and
Right.
but yeah, for us to all be able to collaborate, including our daughter,
yeah.
our son, more with Michelle, obviously in the scoring of it and the post production of it, and her brother, making it all happen. It was a great overall family experience. And then yeah, to be a couple and be on set together and have her, talking me through it all, it's really ideal.
I mean, I joke. Seriously, actually, it is spending time with family and friends.
Right.
I mean, I love it. And doing something creative,
I got to imagine though as well, it's like you can, because you guys all know each other, there's like that shorthand, and like there's no bullshit on set. It's just like nobody's putting up with any kind of shit either way.
He can't pull his diva stuff with me.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
The stuff
He
I do
can't
on
pull
every other
all
set.
that
Right.
diva stuff you've read about. He can't
Yeah.
pull it with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Sam Raimi. That's not how I see that, but yeah.
There you go.
Right here.
Yeah. Michelle, it's good you keep them in line. You keep them
Yeah,
on.
that's right. Always.
Oh my God! But of course, you guys got a great cast in this as well. Isabella Nara, Anea playing Miranda, who gives a great performance, and of course Fernanda Urioli as Miranda's mother, Jenny. Two of them are very strong in this. What was the process in finding those two actors?
Oh God. Yeah. Well, yeah. Anne McCarthy cast with us, and actually it was a lot of submissions. But boom, the two of them, Alan. Actually, our cast came together really quickly because everyone was just so. When you know it, And Isabel was fantastic. I actually said.
But you met with her a couple times, right? And
I
worked with
did
her
actually
in person, even though it was COVID.
Yeah, I did, even though it was during COVID or just towards the end of it. I had Isabel over a couple times in my living room, and we just played, improvisational games, and because she's a young actor, she just turned 18, I think, like at the first week of or just before we started shooting.
Which meant we could work her longer hours. So.
Work her longer. Right. But yeah, no, it was the casting was great. I love everyone. I love the cast. I thought it was a great cast. Really, really blended well together too. Personally,
And there's a great energy that comes together on, ideally on a film set and it always comes down from the top to me, the producer, the director, and in this case, the co-writer director. They create the vibe, and so even though this was our family, actual literal family involved. If a cast and crew don't become that work family during all the grueling aspects of a shoot, it's not going to be a great experience, and it's not going to be as good a movie. And that was, she does a really wonderful job of creating that family atmosphere on set.
Well, you bring up the grueling aspects of filming, and I'm just wondering, because obviously a good chunk of this film takes place in the outdoors, as I mentioned, the woods. No. But for the different challenges for you, Michelle and JK, like it's from the acting standpoint, like what were, like, do you guys have some, like, was it really lucky and everything worked well, or did you guys have some challenging days on set?
Oh my God, every day was a challenging day. I mean, you don't like the woods. We had a bear on set.
Oh,
We sat down and have our security take care of the bear. They shoot him away. They didn't shoot him or anything.
Not shoot.
Yeah. We had a moose. We had a family of snakes. We had squatters. We had a generator go out. We had.
There's always, of course, it's October
it.
in Montana, so the weather didn't always
Freezing.
cooperate.
It was freezing.
Yeah, it was cold at night, and of course I'm wearing a hoodie, and Isabella Naya is wearing shorts and a little blouse. So yeah, there are always those challenges.
Oh my gosh. But like also though, it's Montana. So
Yeah.
when you did get the shots back, you know, like it's amazing how you're able to make it look so scary, but then also, you know, some beautiful shots at the beginning of this film. So
Yeah.
that must be, it must have been great to be working with such a picturesque place and being able to manipulate that set, like that environment to
Yeah.
match your emotions in the story.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And it was just starting to, bloom, and, so that the yellow that you see in some of those scenes, that the field of yellow, I mean, it was just gorgeous. It was really, really pretty. And it was interesting because one of the things we had to think about too in writing and then shooting was, because usually horror movies or thrillers, or it's at night, right? Like everything's dark, everything. But I thought, no, what's really, really scary, and we have a night sequence as well, but is in broad daylight in the middle of the day, something like this could happen. To me, that's terrifying. I mean, night is scary, but for somebody in the daylight, to just be doing the things that he's doing that you don't expect at all, I thought that was scary too. But yeah, it was gorgeous out there. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it
And
was
cold.
so random, the violence, which was great, to see, because that's what violence is. It's
Yeah.
random, I
Yeah.
mean, but JK, I'm just curious for yourself, because obviously you've played some really horrible people in movies and television over the years. And my first introduction to you was Vern Schillinger, who I found to be
Schillinger.
sorry, Schillinger. You're right. I apologize, sir. Uh, but but I'm just
I
wondering.
like how he got you there. That was good. All right,
Yeah,
continue.
is between these two your current character and Vern, who do you think is more maybe not evil, but definitely violent?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Wade in You Can't Run Forever, because Vern, obviously a evil, awful, horrible human being, but there's like an ideology, a twisted, wrong, couldn't be
Right.
worse ideology, Nazism, white supremacy. There's an ideology that he believes in, and it's basically I love me some white people, right? I mean, that's the motivation there. And for Wade, it's just pure nihilistic. He's on just a rampage of destruction. So, yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're weighing the awfulness of those two characters, it's always going to be pretty close. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Wade as even more terrifying.
No,
Yeah.
definitely. Well, I want to thank you both for talking with us today. Of course, You Can't Run Forever is available in select theaters, on digital, and on demand May 17th. People definitely check it out. And JK, I'm probably going to see you in my nightmares for the next little while, telling me that everything's nice because it's remote. So,
Well, you can thank her for that, and
Right.
you're welcome from both of us.
yeah, you both had a hand in that. Thank you for the nightmares.
Yes.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.